Hello everyone, this is Jen again. I just got done with my first day of Master 2. So I'm here to share my experiences with you. I do have a friend of mine from Master 1 who's here, although she's very camera shy. So she refuses to be on camera with me, but she's laughing at me now. Um, so it's good to see lots of familiar faces. There's lots of people here that I know from my original Master 1 back in August in Amsterdam. So it's great to have them to share the experience of Master 2 with. And also some people that I met at Mastery of Success just 2 weeks ago. So it's been really great. It's like kind of everybody coming back together as a family again. So that's been nice. So experiences from today. Actually, if you watched my videos from Mastery of Success, you will remember that day one was kind of some resistance there. I was just feeling uncomfortable about, doing the exercises again and kind of getting into the mode of these trainings after having quite a distance between my Master 1 in August and these trainings now in December. And so I felt that resistance on the first day of Mastery of Success, but now I'm kind of like in the mode because I just did one 2 weeks ago. So today was actually very good. I was, feeling the flow of everything and everything was kind of sinking in. Some of the things that we talked about, really getting another person because a lot of the focus in Master 2 is on communication with others. Because Master 1, you're really focusing on you and, you kind of breaking all of your conditioning, that we kind of download from society and our parents and all of that. So it's kind of breaking all of that unconscious conditioning that we have and recognizing who and what the essence of you really is. So that's Master 1. And Master 2 is where you start to expand and look at the way that you are communicating with the people in your life. So that one of the first things that we talked about was getting. You might understand someone, but do you really get them when they're talking to you? So, yeah, and there was one quote that really as soon as they said this quote, it was like, wow, that was a big thing. So the quote is here, I'll show it. So it's between what I think, what I want to say, what I think I'm saying, what I actually say, and what you want to hear, what you think you understand, what you want to understand, and what you do understand. There are at least 9 chances that we will not understand each other. So I know that was like a kind of a... But it was a big eye-opener for me because it's like, yes, I do a lot of times probably not realize that what I think I'm saying and what I'm actually saying are two different things. And not only that, but the person on the receiving end, might think they're hearing something, and want to hear, they might want to hear something, and those are very, very different things. So there's all kinds of places in that chain where the communication can break down. So we talked about, how do we, provide getting, if you will, so help people get us, but then also how do we receive getting? So how do we get another person? And one of the things that it really made me realize is that I'm not taking enough time to really be present with someone when they talk to me. I mean, not every time, but I'm realizing that a lot of times I'm not being really present with someone when they're talking with me because I've got something, brewing in my mind that I'm not complete with. And also that I'm not creating space for them because they might tell me something, but if my mind's too full, I can't accept it. So I realize now that, when I go into an interaction, I need to really center myself, clear my mind of whatever it is, and create space for what they have to share with me if I'm going to retain it at all. And then again, get them on that deeper level. So that was, something that's good and something that I really need to work on and really presence myself more and create that space for other people so that I really get them. And it's not just on the level of words, but I really understand what they're saying on that deeper level. So that was good. Yeah, so that was one thing. Another thing that we talked about today that was very powerful was questions, because you can make statements to someone, but it doesn't have the same impact as if you ask them a very powerful question. And yeah, it really just creates a lot more space for them to create the answer for themselves rather than you just giving them this answer, this answer, this answer. So, and some of the questions, I'll just give you some examples. Some of the ones that really stood out to me were that, the question, if you were guaranteed total success in anything, regardless of what it was, what would you do and where would you start? Yeah, so that was a pretty powerful question for me. And of course, everybody has different questions that they really resonate with, but that was one that really resonated with me. Another one was, what potentials have you not accessed yet? So, what do you have and what's part of you that you're not really tapping into yet? And these, of course, are questions that you don't have to have the answer to right away. And that's something that for me that is kind of hard because, well, I don't know, anyone who knows me from the past, I like to have the answer to things and I like that finality. But these are questions that you actually want to leave open and not just say, oh, here's the answer, it's done. You actually want to leave these things open so that somewhere in your mind, you're holding space for the answer to that so it can come from different places. And you'll receive it because, again, you have that space for it. So these are questions that you actually want to leave open. So you don't necessarily answer these questions. You might, have some answers to the question, but you don't want to answer it in the sense that you close the book on it. So, and one thing that came up really, that was really interesting that came up as we were doing this exercise, because then they asked us to kind of share with the person next to us what questions, we would ask. And they asked us to share a place where we feel like we're stuck in our life. And the person that I was talking to is a medical student, and she's almost done with her medical training. And her place where she feels stuck is that, once she gets done with her medical training, what does she want to do? And so, we asked kind of the list of questions about, what's, where do you feel stuck? And, what would open up if you did this or whatever. I don't remember all the answers, the questions. But what was interesting is after we kind of finished that, she said, I'm afraid of doing the wrong thing. And as soon as she said that, my question was, what if there was no wrong thing? What if anything you did was right? Because we always feel like there's a right and a wrong, but what if there isn't? So that was a really, really powerful thing to share with her, and so that was a lot of fun. But anyway, so those were some of the insights. We also did start the martial arts practice of Hojo, which was a lot of fun. It's really, it was a part of the getting thing, because when you do it, you're holding this wooden sword, and you have to move together, and you decide without words which way to move. So that was very powerful, and it made me realize I think I need to do martial arts a lot more, because it's just so empowering, and it just really directs your energy very well. So that was another insight from today. But anyway, so those were my experiences from today. Yeah, good, very good, solid first day. And I will expand on this, of course, tomorrow and share my insights, and maybe get my friend Diana to come on. Now she's looking at me. I'm going to try to make it happen. Oh, but I used it. Oh, no, anyway. We're joking. Anyway, yeah, so that's all for today. I'll share with you tomorrow, and see you then. Thanks for watching.